Hey friends, welcome to day one of our Battles of the Mind series. Okay, you're welcome. Today we are starting with a battle I know so many of us fight every single day, and that is comparison. Let me just be real with you. This is one of the fastest ways to kill your peace, your joy, and even your confidence in yourself and, of course, in God. And the crazy part is that most of the time it's not because we are doing bad, it's because we are looking at someone else who seems to be doing better. All right? Think about it. You wake up in the morning, you feel okay. Life is not perfect, but you're managing. Then suddenly you open your Instagram and you start to scroll, or TikTok, and suddenly you feel like your whole life is behind schedule. Your friend got a new job. You just realize that someone you know just got engaged. Someone is having a baby dedication. Someone else is traveling, buying things, living the soft life. And here you are in your pajamas wondering if you're even moving forward. Can you relate? Because I can. I've had moments where I achieved something I once prayed for. But the moment I saw someone else doing better, suddenly it felt like I wasn't doing good enough. And I started to ask God, why am I always behind? So someone might see this as jealousy or envy, but if you've been in this space and you understand what I'm talking about, you know that it has nothing to do with jealousy or envy. Like, you are genuinely happy for your friend, or you're genuinely happy for whoever it is, but then you're just sitting and thinking about your own life and why you cannot also have the good things of life, right? I used to be there, and I really thank God for the ability to get past it, because now I can talk about it, right? Now, I want to point out the problem with this issue. The problem with comparison is that it blinds us. It makes us to forget what God is doing in our own lives. It shifts our focus from gratitude, to something else, to low self-esteem. It moves us from joy to absolute frustration. Okay? Now we're going to look at a scripture for a minute. Galatians 6 verse 4. And it says that we should pay careful attention. It says, pay careful attention to your own work, for then you will get satisfaction of a job well done. And you won't need to compare yourself to anyone else. Galatians 6 verse 4 says, pay careful attention to your own work, for then you will get the satisfaction of a job well done, and you won't need to compare yourself to anyone else. That's it right there. God is basically telling you to focus on your lane. Your journey is not their journey, and your timing is not their timing. I know this sounds very cliche, but that's just the truth. And someone needs to be reminded. If it's just one or two people that God has sent me to speak to today, I just want to tell you that your timing is not their timing. And honestly, some of the people you are comparing yourself to are also struggling with battles that you cannot see. Okay? Comparison is like judging your behind the scenes with someone else's highlight reel. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't know their own behind the scenes. So it's not a fair comparison, okay? When you want to put out your content, or you want to put out something on your status, do you put out the raw part of you, or do you put out the best versions of you? No, you have to put out the best versions of you. And that's exactly what you see. Okay, so it's never a fair judgment to compare yourself with people who you don't even understand their behind the scenes, and you don't understand their own struggles. Okay, so how do you fight this battle of comparison? Let me share 3 quick thoughts. The first one is to practice gratitude. You see, every time you feel, let's call it jealousy, but I don't want to call it jealousy, because when that used to happen to me, I didn't see it as jealousy. I was able to vert my feelings to understand that it wasn't really jealousy or envy. It was just, I wasn't just happy with myself because I felt I wasn't really doing what I was supposed to be doing. Okay, I am not jealous of what someone else has. I just feel stuck. Okay, and that's just it. So I'm just trying to say that whenever you feel this way, stop and name 3 things, just 3 things that you're grateful for right now. Okay, it can be as easy as, God, I'm thankful I woke up this morning. I'm thankful that I can breathe. I'm thankful that I can talk. I'm thankful that I can stand, I can walk. Okay? So the second one is limit the scroll. Now, at some point in my life, I had to quit Instagram. I'm on Instagram, but I had to delete it from my phone. Okay? So if you're the kind of person who feels overwhelmed, it is time to take a step back. If social media is making you bitter, it's okay to log out for a while. Okay? And this is what I had to do for some months now. Currently, I don't have Instagram on my phone, and this is to protect my peace. All right? So limit the scroll. If you know that you cannot control the amount of information that you see on a daily basis, then it's okay to log out for a while. Okay? Now, the third thing I would say is to remember your source. What God has for you cannot be stolen. I had to come to this place. It cannot be stolen. And if it hasn't happened yet, maybe it's not time. But it doesn't mean that God has forgotten you. Okay? So, let me remind you of something. When God wrote this beautiful story of yours, He didn't use anybody else's script. All right? So you are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you are meant to be in this season. Just see it that way and you will have peace. So the next time comparison creeps in, this is what I want to call it, and not jealousy. All right? Sometimes you can vet and see whether this is jealousy happening. I mean, that is something else that you need to deliver yourself from. But if it is just that you tend to use someone else's to, judge yourself so harshly, I think this is a time for you to listen, pause, and say, God, thank you for my life, my journey, and my pace. I trust you. Okay? So yeah, that's day 1 of Battle of the Mind. The battle of comparison is real, but we don't have to lose it. All right? We can choose gratitude. We can choose to trust God, and we can choose to run our race with peace, knowing that God's got us. Okay? Stay tuned for day 2, and we'll be talking about another heavy one, the battle of anxiety and overthinking. This is a very strong one. So thank you for listening. Love you guys, and remember, you are enough. Okay? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more episodes like this. Bye.